This is the Hayes Realty Real Estate Podcast. Hayes Realty is a team of former Big Five banking foreclosure specialists committed to helping homeowners win in the real estate market. Their knowledge of the foreclosure banking industry, combined with their deep understanding of the Southern California real estate market, have enabled them to meet the needs of many homeowners facing foreclosure. Here's the host of your show, Emmett Hayes.
What up, everybody? It's Emmett Hayes. Welcome back. We had a great first episode, and we just want to keep it going. So today's topic that we're going to speak about is what not to do. Now, specifically, we're talking about, what not to do when facing foreclosure. Maybe you have a notice of default assigned on your property, so you're headed towards the direction of foreclosure. And a lot of times people always tell you what to do, like, oh, you should do this and you need to do that. A lot of that is bad advice. So we're going to talk about what not to do. First thing, and probably the most important, is do not throw good money after bad. Let's repeat that one more time. Do not throw good money after bad. That is the key to keeping your liquidity, keeping that cash in your pocket. When things are starting to go awry, starting to go bad, hey, it's not always the best idea to shill out a bunch of cash to try to save the situation when it's not going to save it. You're still going to crash. For example, you could be facing foreclosure. The bank has helped you with a loan modification, modified your loan. You haven't been able to make your payments because you had a reduction in income substantially. Maybe that's from either you lost your job, had to get another job, and they don't pay you nowhere near as before. But regardless of how it is, you've had a major reduction in income. You've got this loan modification. The bank has reduced your payment $75. Now, reducing your payment $75 is not gonna help you. That doesn't make you put you in a better position to say, oh, I can make my payments now. I can pay this mortgage now. I'm paying $75 less. No, it doesn't help you out. That you still don't make enough to make this monthly payment. Do not continue to make these payments, scrounging up your last, oh, I had to sell this and sell that to get the money for the mortgage this month. Do not keep doing that or living that, because you can't hold it up. It won't sustain. What's going to end up happening is something else is going to get thrown in the way that you got to spend money on unexpectedly. For instance, let's just say maybe your car broke down. Now you got to pay $700 on that. You got to have your car, got to get around. That's how you back and forth to work. So you spend that $700 now, you can't make that mortgage payment. So you're back in the same position, throwing good money after bad. Because once you get behind, it's rare unless you get a lump sum of cash, or, you get a new job and you have a serious uptick in income. Most times, once you get behind, it's a wrap. But you got to understand that. They'll throw good money after bad, trying to save the situation, but the inevitable still happens. I can tell you a story about myself. When the market was crashing back in 2007, I hit a point where all my tenants lost their jobs, all of them. So I had 5 rental properties that I had fixed up. I was going to fix them up, rent them out for a while, and then sell them. Boom. Thought I was ready. So anyway, they're all fixed up, houses fixed up, everything's nice. Tenants in there initially, they're making their rent payments. And then all of a sudden, the crash starts happening. People start losing their job and all of that. And naturally, when they lose their job, now they can't pay their rent. So I had 5 rental properties. every tenant lost their job. Now I have 5 additional mortgages. So now I knew I could not sustain paying 5 different mortgages along with my own mortgage. So make that 6. I knew I couldn't sustain that for a long period of time. But because I wanted to believe that things were going to get better, I said, hey, I'm going to do everything I can to save these or hold on to these properties. I don't want to mess my credit up. I want to keep it good. That's one of the problems or issues that, we face once things start going bad, is we've always been taught to keep our credit good. We don't want to mess our credit up. So I was like, I don't want to mess my credit up. I got to pay these mortgages. I got to do this. So I did everything I could to pay those mortgages every month. I knew I couldn't sustain. I knew I couldn't keep doing it. Kept doing it though. Kept doing it till what? Now I don't have no more money. And guess what? The mortgage payments are due. So I spent all that good money I had trying to save a bad situation, and I still ended up in that bad situation, throwing good money after bad. We don't want to do that. And now a short word from our sponsor.
Emmett Hayes III Coffee Company, EH3, specializes in selecting 100% Arabica coffee beans from distinct coffee growing regions across the globe. EH3 Coffee Company offers an exclusive brand of organic coffee beans and blends. All coffee products are craft roasted to perfection, which yields consistency and quality taste and optimal flavor. EH3's quest is to create an evolutionary coffee experience for every single customer, every single time. Get your coffee today at emmetscoffee.com. That's EMMITTSCOFFEE.com. What do you do when life takes an unexpected turn for the worse? Where can you turn when everything you have worked hard for comes crashing down and your title no longer serves as your identity? In Licensed to Live, Dr. Jarrett offers sound advice to aid those who, like him, have been under attack from medical boards, certification agencies, hospital systems, legal systems, or the public at large. From insightful coaching on how to handle the initial assault upon your character to proven tools for effectively resetting your life, Dr. Jarrett will help you turn your tragedy into triumph, no matter your occupation. You can get your award-winning copy of Licensed to Live, a primer to rebuilding your life after your career is shattered, at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your finer book retailers, and you can get an autographed, personalized copy at licensed2live.com.
The next thing we don't want to do is sit and soak in it. Man, it's easy to do that. I'm getting ready to lose my house. Oh man, this is my baby. My house is my first. Oh man, I'm sick. It's easy to do that. I did that a little bit myself. I was like, oh, I'm getting ready to lose all my properties. Oh man, why is this happening? Why? Oh man, what can I do to save them? All of this and that. And one day, snapped right out of it. I was like, wait a minute. I'm sitting here soaking and ain't nothing changing. No, we got to get out here and be proactive. We got to do what's necessary to get back on our feet. So do not sit and soak in it. It's too easy to do and it's pointless. You want to problem solve. You want to do what you need to do to get back on your feet. The next one is almost similar to sitting and soaking in it, but little different. Do not live in candy land. We are in the real world out here. You can sit in candy land and hope and wish that things, I hope that, the bank will one day just understand my pain and what I'm going through and just, write down my mortgage. Oh, no. Oh, I wish that I'll get a bunch of money and I could just pay my mortgage current and pay it off and free and clear and I'll be good. Well, the bank needs to do something to help me out. These are all statements of somebody who's living in Candyland. We in the real world out here. You cannot sit in Candyland talking about what somebody should do for you, what you wish would happen, or hoping that this will happen. No, you can't do that. It's pointless. You have to stay in the real world. Lastly, do not expect the bank to help you out. They don't have to help you out. They can give you a chance. But from working at the bank in the foreclosure department, I already knew they were giving a chance to people who still didn't have a chance because you had to qualify. And most people who are in foreclosure or headed towards foreclosure, they can't qualify for that current loan that they're in now because they don't make as much money as they were making before when they initially got that loan. So the bank is going to say, oh, submit your financials, this and that. It's going to be like a whole pre-approval process again for a loan. And then they're going to look at your income and be like, oh, your income's reduced. And like, yeah, of course it's reduced. That's why I'm behind. Oh, well, because your income is reduced, you don't make enough money to qualify for us to do this loan modification for you. I mean, the bank is about getting their money. So if you are lucky to qualify for a loan modification, as someone who worked at the bank and was looking with my own two eyes, they're not going to reduce your payments that much. They're not going to do it where it's still going to be worth it to keep your house. I mean, I'm just being real. All you're doing is kicking the can down the road. They reduce your payments. Maximum $200. And that's it. Maximum. And so, and that's on average. Some people say, oh, well, I got mine reduced 300 something. That's not normal. I was looking at thousands of modifications and everybody was minimal modification and they will fall back into default every time. A few months down the road, you have people who are in default for falling into defaults 4, 5, 6 times, all got a loan modification, reduced it $50. 6 months later, back in default. Oh, I'm trying to get another loan modification. The bank is not, they out to get money. So, you have to keep that in perspective and understand that you got to do what's best for you. And so not a lot of times doing loan modifications is not the best thing to do. Like we said earlier, we want to live in the real world and not Candyland. We want to know what we need to do to get out of this and get back on our feet. That's the whole key. So, just wanted to give a little bit of game today on what not to do. People are always telling you what to do. Gave you a few things what not to do. So keep that in mind. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one.